It is Tackle Tuesday here on the channel as we celebrate Senior Bowl Super Week. This is a loaded tackle class, and there are some very interesting and intriguing players at the tackle position who I think can be day one starters. One of the most polarizing prospects in the entire draft is Houston left tackle Patrickpaul, a guy who has some of the most ridiculous high-end reps that you'll see, but he also has some pretty significant flaws in his game that I think could cause him to slip a little bit. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment on this video and let me know who you guys want to see in the next one, and without further ado, let's get into it. Paul has been statistically unbelievable in his time at Houston. In 2022, Paul allowed 14 hurries, 3 hits, and 1 sack on the year, and he was super productive as a pass blocker. In 2023, there were very similar results. He allowed 6 hurries, 1 hit, and 0 sacks on the year for the Cougars, and he graded out very nicely according to PFF on the year. Paul has absolutely fantastic size at the tackle position. He is 6'7", 315 pounds, and he is built very nicely. He has excellent length, he is tall, and I think his size separates him from a lot of the other players in this tackle class. Paul, as a pass protector, might just be the best in the entire NFL draft. He has incredible strength, and he is extremely hard to move against. He has strong footwork, and when he gets his hands on the outside shoulders of the defender, he's nearly impossible to move. He does an excellent job of picking up free rushers as well and helping on the inside. He has high IQ and is a smart player as a tackle. His strength and his footwork is absolutely exceptional in pass protection, and he just might be one of the most balanced pass protectors in the entire class. Paul is a bit of a project in a lot of other areas though, and it starts in the run game. Paul is a very lumbering and heavy mover, some would say. He is not the most athletic, nor is he the most explosive mover in the world. He did show significant improvement in 2023 in terms of his movement abilities, but it is still an area that I think needs to improve, and he needs to be more consistent in the run game. He doesn't hit with a lot of power in the second level, and he had quite a few completely flat out missed assignments, so I would definitely like to see his run blocking improve, as well as his athleticism as a whole. Another area of Paul's that I didn't love was inconsistent technique. He played with high pads a lot, and he didn't generate a ton of power from his lower body. This is another area I think can improve. His technique in terms of his hand placement is also a little choppy. He has the tendency to get a little grabby from time to time, and he doesn't always have his hands on the outside shoulders where they should be. So I think if he can refine his technique a little bit more, that could go a long way for him. As I mentioned in the intro, Patrickpaul is one of the most polarizing prospects in the entire class. Some people think him as a pass protector is elite, and that makes up for his concerns in other areas. But there are many people who are concerned about his lack of athleticism and some of his technical errors. I am 50-50 on him. I think he is a solid player who has showcased some really nice talent. When he is on, he looks like an absolute monster, but his consistency and a lot of the areas of his game I think can improve. He is my number 8 offensive tackle at the time of writing this. He is kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of this tackle class, and I do think him as a pass protector is absolutely phenomenal, and it does make him one of the top guys, but he is a bit of a project in some other areas, but I would take a gamble on him. He is my number 41 player in the 2024 NFL Draft. It should go without saying, if you've paid attention to the rest of this video, Patrickpaul would work best in a pass-heavy offense. He is not the greatest run blocker in the world, so an offense that doesn't love to run the ball would be perfect for him. He has incredible traits as a pass blocker, so I don't want to move him out of where he plays best. Put him in a pass blocking scheme, I think he is going to thrive and immediately be one of the top tackles in the league, but it's all about fit. And if he goes to a fit where they like to run the ball, I could definitely see Patrick Paul struggling to start his career. My player comparison for Patrick Paul is Braxton Jones. Jones is a very good pass protector, who has been incredibly solid in his career so far in Chicago. He has, however, not been the most amazing run blocker, and he has struggled with penalties a bit, which are both areas of Paul's game that do concern me. Jones is in the middle of the pack in terms of offensive tackles, and I don't expect Paul to ever be a superstar left tackle, but I think he can be in the top half of the league, and I think that's what Braxton Jones is. So I don't think his ceiling is a superstar, but I think he has some really nice upside to be a really good left tackle. Patrick Paul is a monster pass protector, but with some concerns in the run game, as well as his quickness concerns, he may slip a little bit. He is a good player who I think is worth taking a chance on, and I believe he will be a second-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.